Of course, definitely, Palisa. Let's get cooking. How's about you and Spogazi come and join me in the kitchen, because I've been waiting for this day, because I absolutely love your budget-friendly recipes.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. And I'm so excited to be cooking with you. Yes, I can't wait.
Well, our aprons are on, so let's get cooking. Most of us have been staying indoors and doing much more cooking than before, which means getting a little bit more creative in the kitchen. Now, this tends to lead to spending more money on ingredients. But our next recipe will prove that you can get luxury. It doesn't have to cost, honey, and I'm all for it. And we have our chili corcan stuffed with potatoes, courtesy of Chef Sipho. Now, Chef Sipho, I'm not familiar with a corcan.
It means what goes in a chili con carne. It's onions, it's garlic. First of all, it's oil first in the pan. Then onions, garlic. It means it's tomatoes, canned tomatoes. It's some cumin, some ground cumin, ground coriander, some chili flakes, salt and pepper, and a bit of sugar, just to take out the sourness from the tomatoes, and some stock, and some red kidney beans. Okay. So that goes into a chili con carne.
It seems as if it's jam-packed with so much nutrients, with so much flavor. Dumi, on your side, what are you doing?
Palisa, I'm just chopping up the garlic that's actually going into this chili con carne as well. And I love the fact that Shipa's given us a breakdown of all the ingredients that go into this dish. And the one thing I loved, Bali, is that none of these ingredients are expensive. I mean, a tin of tin tomatoes are so reasonable. All the other ingredients you mentioned, they go a long way, because, I mean, even red kidney beans, you can buy them in bulk and have that in your pantry for quite a while. Yeah. So it's really great to see that we're saving a buck over there.
Absolutely. Now, Chef, what is the first point or tip when it comes to making sure your mince is done correctly?
Okay. The first point to make sure that the mince is done correctly is that your pan must be hot, very hot. Then you add in some oil. Then add your mince. You must make sure that you brown your mince. You must make sure that all the water, it has been absorbed when you cook it. Okay. So that's the first step. You brown your mince. As you can see, it's already browning here. And it's quick because the pan was hot.
Yeah. And that's what we're looking for. Okay, and on my side, I've got the potatoes. At the end of the day, all the filling is going to be nestled and cushioned in a beautiful stuffed potato. And all Dumi has me doing here is I've already pierced all of the potatoes. I used the fork just to pierce it. I'm adding some oil, just a little bit of oil, some salt and some pepper, and then that goes into the oven, Dumi?
Yes, definitely, Palisa. That goes into the oven. We're going to just bake it. We love to do it at about 180 degrees still, but we're going to do it for about 30 to 40 minutes, Palisa, because the whole idea is to make sure that your potato is fully cooked by the time you put your filling in there, because all that's going to need to happen is just to melt the cheese that I'm actually grating that's going to go at the very top of this chili con carne. And I love, Chef, this recipe that you've chosen, because you're taking something that's quite luxurious like a chili con carne, and you're serving it in such a humble ingredient like a potato. Okay.
Yes, you can serve your chili con carne with anything. If you are a fan of pap, you can just eat it with pap or rice, But I like it, serve it with some potatoes or some mashed potatoes.
Nice. All right, so I've just chopped up, or rather grated, the cheese that's going to go on the very top of our potatoes, Bali. Okay. And I'm sure you can go into the oven with those potatoes. In fact,
excuse me, Chef. Sorry. Beautiful, and this is how they come out looking.
Very simple, very easy, Palisa. Did you see how beautiful that skin is nicely browned?
Golden brown to perfection.
Golden brown. I actually want you to do the joys here, girl.
So for my meat, I've just added some onions, some garlic. Now I'm just going to add some spices. You need to cook your spices. Some people, they don't cook their spices, but you must cook them for at least 1 minute. I'm going to add all my spices. I have some coriander, some ground coriander, some ground cumin.
Yes, Bali, you can actually cut it in half first. Okay. Cut it in half and then scoop out the center of that, take it out of the potato. So most people would wonder, what would I then do with the center of my potato? Like you just said, Chef, you could serve it as a mash. Oh, wow. You could even use those potatoes that are in there, Palisa, mash it up and use it to thicken up this very dish, making it go even longer for you, you know?
And these are pretty easy to cut through. I mean, so simple. And the potato is cooked all the way to the center, so I love the looks of that.
Definitely, Palisa.
So now I'm going to add some canned tomatoes. If you don't have some canned tomatoes, you can take like 2 tomatoes, then grate them. Then yes, you can do that. Then I'm just gonna add some sugar. You can use honey or brown sugar.
Okay. But we're keeping it budget friendly, so whatever sugar you have in your house, that would work just as well.
Then I'm just gonna add some stock.
Okay. Then, Palisa, once you've stocked out your stuff, you can actually pass it to me because I've got some that we've made because I know, Chef, with this kind of recipe, you need it to cook for a while, right?
Yes, you need to cook it on medium heat. Your mince needs to be very soft, you know, not like hard.
All right, perfect. And then as you can see, what we've got the mince that's already done here, Chef, because the one thing that is very important, I see you adding the beans at the very end.
I'm adding the red kidney beans.
All right, so I'm also just adding this mixture that you've made, which is that chili con carne that you've made, and it's just chilled for a bit. And all that's going to happen now is I'm going to add the mince into the potato and then sprinkle the cheese on top, and then this goes into the oven to bake for another 30 seconds, or I mean, for another minute or so, just for the cheese to melt, Palisa, until it gets to that beautiful consistency.
It looks good, smells delicious, and I'm sure it'll taste even better. That definitely saved us a buck, and you can also get in on the savings with this scrumptious recipe. Just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za for the full ingredients list. But we're not done cooking, we're still cooking away, enjoying, as we're creating budget-friendly family dishes around our Afternoon Express kitchen.